Hey guys, so in today's video I'm gonna talk about regarding a very simple and basic but efficient thing that you can also use in your indoor gardening. So as you know by the title, I'm gonna talk about that how you can also make DIY moss stick in your home. So you need very basic things. Before going into the process, I want to talk about that why do you need moss stick to grow your indoor plants. So here you can see my new plant arrangement. I haven't arranged it that much, but you can see here varieties of plant. So basically you need the moss stick basically for those plants which have got aerial roots. So here you can see my lots of plant I have kept in this shelf. So one plant you can see here, this is the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma petrusha. You can see that the new leaves are very small in size because as you can see that the new leaves are very small in size because the aerial roots haven't got the much needed amount of nourishment, or you can say the amount of moisture that this plant needs to grow much bigger size of leaves. Money plants, philodendron varieties, also monsteras have got aerial roots, so these plants will do much better if you give them some kind of support. So the process of making moss stick at home is very simple and very easy. You just need 2 to 3 things. So the first thing is you can use PVC pipe or any kind of support, like as you can see that I have used the cardboards. So the next thing that you need is with which you are gonna wrap it. You can wrap it with as you can see that I have wrapped it with the coir, coco coir. You can also do it with the coconut shaves. Also you can use also peat moss. You just have to simply wrap the, as you can see that I have simply wrapped the coco coir around the stick, and I have just placed that stick in the pot. Always placing a new moss stick into your plant, you have to keep 2 to 3 things in mind. That the first thing is never use a cocoa stick when your plant is getting root bounded, because if you stick that stick into the pot, maybe that will damage the roots. So always use a new moss stick whenever you are propagating your new plants which have got aerial roots. Now you have to easily wrap that plant around the coco coir. As you can see, I have wrapped it, and simply I have just tied with the normal thread that you can easily find. Before using a moss stick for your plant, make sure that you have used a sufficient larger pot in comparison of the previous one, because now the plant is gonna grow its aerial roots as well as the ground roots, so you have to use a much larger pot. And also make sure that the moss stick doesn't topple off, so stick the moss stick into the soil. But before adding the moss stick, what I have done is that I have kept the moss stick in water for 1 day. After that I have used it. So in this process the moss stick will absorb the much needed amount of water in it. As you can see, there are different varieties of plants in which I have used the moss stick, and you can see that the newer leaves are much bigger in size in comparison of the previous one. So once the plant is established in moss stick, you will see that the aerial roots will gradually just try to piercing into the moss stick. So the purpose of using a moss stick to your trailing plant has been successful, and you can see that my plant is now holding the moss stick very closely. So time to time you have to keep the, whenever you are gonna water your plant, make sure that you also water your moss stick so that the moss stick will hold moisture in it. The next thing is what you should do after your plant reaches to the height of the pole stick. I recently have repotted all of my most of my indoor plants, and I also have used the moss stick. So the solution to that problem when your plant is reaches to the height of the pole stick is that what I will do is to cut the plant, and I will also use that cutting to propagate this plant in another pot. And you will, after some time you will see that the older pot or older plant, or as you can say the mother plant, will have some side growth. So in that condition you will see that your plant is become much bushier in comparison of the previous one. If you have got any kind of doubts or queries regarding any houseplants, please let me know in the comment section. You can also follow me on Instagram, and also I have a Facebook page. But before ending this video, I really like to request all my viewers to please do subscribe to my channel. So friends, that's all for today's video. See you in my next videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.